I'm scrolling through the ghost of us at 3 a.m. again. Back to a Tuesday in July before the if and when. There's a blurry one of you laughing with a coffee in your hand, in a kitchen that we painted, in a life that we had planned. My thumb hovers over the icon, the little trash can in the corner, but I'm just a silent witness. I'm just a lonely mourner. I can throw away your sweater, I can change the locks today, but I can't kill the color of a smile that's gone away. Every pixel is a heartbeat, every frame is a regret, the digital reminder of the things I can't forget. They say storage is full, and I know that it's true, but I'd rather lose my mind than lose the memory of you. They're just pictures I can't delete, ghosts I have to keep, living in the glass and wire while the rest of the world's asleep. A gallery of used to be's, a frozen glow in the street. The only place we're still in love is the pictures I can't delete. There's that one from the Pacific, where the wind caught in your hair. You were looking at the ocean like you'd never known to care. I remember how the sand felt, I remember how you turned before the bridge was broken and the photographs were burned. But these ones don't turn to ashes, they don't yellow, they don't fade, they stay as sharp as diamonds, like the promises we made. I'm a prisoner to the brightness, to the blue light on my face, searching for a version of us that time cannot erase. If I hit select, or would the weight finally lift? Would I stop drifting downward in the slow and steady shift? But if I clear the data, then I'm truly all alone, and I'm not ready for a heart that's just a hollow telephone. The engine's humming low, steady lonely sound. Just 100 miles of pavement on this hollow holy ground. I packed the boxes in the back, the things you didn't want, the mirrors and the memories that I know are gonna haunt. I'm hitting 75, trying to outrun the ghost of the version of our life that I think I love the most. The dashboard clock is ticking, but it's moving in reverse. Every mile is a blessing, every mile is a curse. The watching a lifetime in the rear view, watching the home we built just fade into the gray. The white lines on the blacktop are the tears I didn't cry. As I'm driving through the wreckage of a long and slow goodbye, you're getting smaller in the distance, just a speck against the sky, while I'm holding on to maybe, and I'm choking on why. I'm looking forward at the road, but I'm seeing me and you in a lifetime in the review. There's a coffee stain beside me from a trip we took last May, back when the map was open and the sun didn't turn away. I see the park where we first met, the tree where we both carved a promise for a future that we let get thin and starved. I wanna turn the wheel around, I wanna slam the brakes, but you can't fix a heart by repeating old mistakes. And I'm watching a lifetime in the rear view, watching the home we built just fade into the gray. The white lines on the blacktop are the tears I didn't cry. As I'm driving through the wreckage of a long and slow goodbye, you're getting smaller in the distance, just a speck against the sky, while I'm holding on to maybe, and I'm choking on why. I'm looking forward at the road, but I'm seeing me and you in a lifetime in the review. The horizon's just a line I'll never truly touch. I didn't think that leaving would cost me quite this much. The glass is reflecting the sun going down on the person I was in that little porch town. Keep your eyes on the road, don't look back again. But the mirror's a window to the way it could have been, just a glimmer of red, just a flicker of blue. Goodbye to the life I thought I'd spend with you. I'm scrolling through the threads of June when your ghost was still a man. The static hum of a quiet room and the way the story ran. I found a note from 3 years back, a simple home by 5. It's a hollow, jagged little fact that keeps the ache alive. Now I'm lost in the archive of your voice, playing back the things we never said. I'm trapped inside the static and the noise, living with the echoes in my head. Every I love you is a haunting melody, a digital ghost of what we used to be. I'm just a curator of a choice you didn't make, in this archive of a heart about to break. I found a clip of you laughing hard at something I forgot. It hits me like a jagged shard of everything we're not. I press repeat just to feel the air shift inside my chest, pretending that you're standing there and putting this to rest. The storage is full, but the room is so empty. I'm drowning in data, I'm starving for touch. I trade every bite for a second of maybe, 'cause hearing your shadow is asking too much. I'm lost in the archive of your voice, playing back the things we never said. I'm trapped inside the static and the noise, living with the echoes in my head. Every I love you is a haunting melody, a digital ghost of what we used to be. I'm just a curator of a choice you didn't make, in this archive of a heart about to break. Click! The silence is the loudest part. Save, delete. I can't let go of the heart just one more I'm crossing out the morning before I've had my tea. Just another 24, I'm missing what used to be. Monday was a ghost town, Tuesday was a flood. to count the minutes till I'd see your smiling face. Now I'm just counting reasons why I'm stuck inside this space. The ink is bleeding through the page, a heavy shade of blue. There isn't a square on this grid that doesn't taste like you. And I'm living in a calendar of bad days, where every single date is just a different kind of ache, waiting for a season that'll finally start to change. But the winner in my hollow chest is all that I can gauge. Flip the page to Friday, it's just Thursday in disguise. Still staring at the sunset through these tired, heavy eyes. I'm marking time in heartbreaks, lost inside the haze of this never-ending calendar of bad days. There's a circle around your birthday that I can't bring myself to erase, like a monument to everything I never can replace. August felt like September felt like late. I'm sleeping on the side of the bed where all our plans are dead. They say that time is healing, that the months will make it right. But time is just a hollow room without your porch light. And I'm living in a calendar of bad days, where every single date is just a different kind of ache, waiting for a season that'll finally start to change. But the winner in my hollow chest is all that I can gauge. Flip the page to Friday, it's just Thursday in disguise. Still staring at the sunset through these tired, heavy eyes. I'm marking time in heartbreaks, lost inside the haze of this never-ending calendar of bad days. Spring was just a rumor, summer was a lie. Autumn was the color of our very last goodbye. I'm running out of red ink, I'm running out of air, trying to find a Sunday where I don't see you everywhere. January's cold, February's worse. This year feels less like a journey and more like a curse. Just another exit, another setting sun. I'm waiting for the day that the bad days are done. Slow it out on the sound of a ticking clock. I'm looking at the calendar on the kitchen wall, at the circle around a day that won't mean anything at all. We had a flight booked for Tuesday, a room with a view. Now it's just a vacancy where I used to have you. I'm folding up the guest list, crossing out the names, watching all our Sunday plans go up in quiet flames. The invitation's sitting in a box beneath the bed. 1,000 unlived memories spinning in my head. It's a strange kind of morning for a life that didn't start, just the echoes of a promise tearing us apart. Now I'm standing in the wreckage of a canceled future, staring at the blueprints of a home we'll never build, stitching up the forever with a temporary suture, trying to find a purpose for the space you used to fill. No anniversary, no silver and no gold, just a story left unfinished in a hand I'll never hold. Yeah, the hardest part of losing you is losing who we'd be in this canceled future. There's no version of me. I saw a little jacket in a window down the street, the kind of thing we talked about, bittersweet and neat. I almost bought it out of habit, then I remember the tone of the way you said it's over through a static heavy phone. Now the map we drew together has been folded till it tore, and I don't know how to navigate this life alone anymore. There's no refund for the time I spent believing, no insurance for the dreams that you are leaving. I'm checking off the boxes of a life we had to scrap, falling through the craters of a disappearing map. Yeah, I'm standing in the wreckage of a canceled future, staring at the blueprints of a home we'll never build, stitching up forever with a temporary suture, trying to find a purpose for the space you used to fill. No anniversary, no silver and gold, just a story left unfinished in a hand I'll never hold. Yeah, the hardest part of losing you is losing who we'd be in this canceled future. There's no version of me. Voided, expired, the us we were becoming just grew tired. I'll take down the pictures of the places we won't go, and walk into a tomorrow that I don't want Scrolling through the cutting room floor of my mind, searching for the parts of us I wasn't meant to find. But 5 minutes after the screen faded to black, when you whispered you loved me and didn't take it back. It's the footage they scrapped to make the story make sense, but I'm still living in the present perfect tense. There's a shot of us dancing in the kitchen at dawn, before the script changed and the color was gone. You're laughing at nothing, your hair in your eyes, before we were scripted for final goodbyes. It's a beautiful sequence, a masterpiece glow, but the world will never see it and you'll never know. Deleted from the movie, but I'm still on the set, living in the moments that you chose to forget. I'm a frame on the floor, I'm a line left unsaid. The most romantic parts are the ones that are dead. In the deleted scenes, we're still happy and true, but the theater is empty, and I'm missing you. Did I fail the audition? Did I miss the cue? Was I just an extra in the story of you? You edited me out like I was never there, but I'm breathing the ghost of your perfume in the air. Deleted from the movie, but I'm still on the set, living in the moments that you choose to forget. I'm a frame on the floor, I'm a line left unsaid. The most romantic parts are the ones that are dead. In the deleted scenes, we're still happy and true, but the theater is empty, and I'm missing you. Cut to the ending, roll the credits in white. I'm just a memory lost in the night. I'm standing at the corner of used to being gone, holding on to shadows from a night that's far too long. I checked the map 1,000 times, I followed every star, but none of them could tell me just how lonely here would are. The needle spinning circles in a casing made of glass, watching all the seasons and the colors start to pass. I'm walking through a hallway with no doors and no desire, searching for a heartbeat that I used to call mine. Now I've got a fractured compass in the palm of my hand, trying to find a way back to a promised land. North is just a memory, south is where you fled. I'm losing all directions to the words we never said. Every step I take is just a circle in the dark, since you took the fire and you left me with the spark. magnetic pull of us has finally gone weak, and I'm choking on the closure that I'm too afraid to see. You were my horizon, you were my true degree. Now I'm just a castaway on a nameless silent sea. I try to set a course, but the ink begins to smear. There's no such thing as forward when you isn't here. Yeah, I've got a fractured compass in the palm of my hand, trying to find a way back to a promised land. North is just a memory, south is where you fled. I'm losing all directions to the words we never said. Every step I take is just a circle in the dark. Since you took the fire and you left me with the spark, I'm drifting, I'm shaking, I'm lost at any cost, with a fractured compass and a love that's double-crossed. The glass is cracked, the metal's cold, the story's done before it's told. How do I go on when my home has moved away? I'm standing in the wreckage of a lonely Left, right, it all feels the same. Every road I walk just whispers your name. The needle's broken, the path is gone. I'm just a fractured compass, trying to find the dawn. I went back to that coffee shop on 4th and Main, the one where we'd hide from the November rain. I sat in the corner, expecting a spark, but the air was just cold and the room was just dark. I realized I wasn't looking for your face in the crowd, or the way that you laughed a little too loud. I was looking for the girl who felt safe in your arms, before I knew all of your secrets and harms. It's like looking at a postcard of a place I've never been, or a movie with an ending that I didn't want to win. I'm mourning a person who never existed, and a version of us that got cruelly twisted. I don't miss your touch, and I don't miss your lies. I don't miss the way that you roll your eyes, but I miss the idea of you, the one in my head, the hero of stories that I should have unread. I miss the safety of believing the dream before the gold started tearing at the seam. It's a lonely kind of hollow, a bitter kind of true. I don't miss the man, I miss the idea of you. I'm deleting the photos, but I'm saving the glow of the us I imagined a lifetime ago. The way you'd be there when the world got too heavy, the way we were steady, I thought we were steady, but that was a script that I wrote by myself, a dusty old book on a forgotten shelf. You were just an actor who didn't know his lines, and I was house of glass. I'll watch the silhouette of our memory pass. I'm finally waking up to the light, but I'll miss that beautiful light tonight. Just the idea, only the idea. The battery's dying and the screen is all cracked, but it's the only place left where we're still intact. I'm sitting in the dark in the corner of the room, pressing play just to chase away the gloom. I know the exact second you're gonna laugh, and the way your breath hitches on the second half. It's been 7 months since you changed your mind, but I'm still back there in the wires you left behind. My friends say it's toxic, they say I should delete the sound of a promise that you couldn't keep, but my finger just freezes. I can't let you go. One from a Tuesday where you sounded so tired, asking for groceries and the things we require. It's so ordinary, it's so painfully plain, but it hits like a bullet and it burns like the rain. To hear you say hey and to hear you say love is a heaven I'm cursed to be looking above. I'm saving the data, I'm backing it up like a thirsty man holding a shattered cup. What happens if I drop it? What happens if it breaks? If the cloud loses track of the path that it takes, I'd lose the only I love. a prisoner to a playback, a slave to a tone of a person who's happy on a dead telephone. I still have your voicemails, I still hear your name, like a ghost in the machine, playing a game. You're telling me you're home, or you're running late. Before we were broken, before we were fake, it's a digital haunting, a beat for life. I keep on repeat, just to keep us alive. The world's moving on, and I'm standing still in a 10-second loop against my own will. Hey, it's me. Give me a call back. I listen again. Hey, it's me. I'm almost there. I listen again. But you never arrive, and I'm just a dial tone, still trying to survive. Sound of a low battery beat. The dashboard clock is frozen on the hour you left. The passenger seat is a ghost of the weight of your chest. I'm chasing the white lines until they blur into gray, trying to drive out the words that I couldn't make you stay. The radio's humming a static kind of blue. Everything on this highway leads back to you. Last light on the horizon flickering out, a last breath of a secret we're screaming about. I'm staring at the taillights of a love gone cold, trading in the silver for a story never told. staring at the ceiling in the 3 a.m. gray, watching the bars on my spirit just fade away. I gave you every spark, I kept the furnace high, until the light went dim in the corner of my eye. I'm searching for a cable, a place to plug it in, but I'm running on the fumes of the man I might have been. The screen is flickering, the warnings start to flash. Another love story turning into ash. You were the heavy lifting, you were the constant drain. Now there's a hollow humming where I used to feel the pain. I'm down to 5% and the cold is setting in. I don't think I have the power to let you back again. I've got a low battery heart and the screen is going black. I'm losing all the data, the love I can't get back. I spend my last nights trying to keep you satisfied, while the glowing red of empty was screaming deep inside. No more I'm sorry, no more can we try. I'm saving my last breath for a quiet goodbye. In the dark of the room, I'm falling apart, just a dying signal and a low battery heart. The vibration in my pocket doesn't make me jump no more. I left the charger lying on the kitchen floor. I used to stay awake just to hear your breathing change, but now the sound of us feels heavy and strange. Every text I sent was a percentage of my soul, until I reached the bottom of this deep and darkened hole. You took the current, you took the kinetic heat, and left me disconnected on a one-way street. Don't try to wake me up, don't try to jumpstart the spark. There's a peaceful kind of mercy in the quiet and the dark, and the shutting down the systems. I'm closing every door. I simply don't have the energy to love you anymore. The curtains are closed, but the light's leaking through, like every small thought that leads back to you. I'm tracing the patterns of dust in the air, replaying the silence we both couldn't bear. Did I speak too softly? Did I hold too tight? Now I'm losing the war with the middle of the night. The walls are closing in, the floor begins to shake, counting every single breath I didn't mean to take. And I'm overthinking oxygen, like I've forgotten how to breathe, trying to find a hidden meaning in the way you chose to leave. Every heartbeat's a reminder of a rebel we both lost. Now I'm paying for love forever at a price I can't exhaust. It's getting heavy, it's getting thin. I'm just overthinking oxygen. The coffee is cold and the bed is too wide. There's nowhere for all of this maybe to hide. I'm reading old texts like they're maps to your mind, searching for exits I know I won't find. Was it something I said, or the things I kept in? Now the air feels like glass underneath of my skin. And I'm overthinking oxygen, like I've forgotten how to breathe, trying to find the hidden meaning in the way you chose to leave. Every heartbeat's a reminder of a rhythm we both lost. Now I'm paying for love forever at a price I can't exhaust. It's getting heavy, it's getting thin. I'm just overthinking oxygen. Inhale the memory, exhale the pain, but the clouds in my chest only promise me rain. How does a heart keep on beating for two when there isn't a we and there isn't a you? One, two, I'm still waiting on three, but the air doesn't belong to me. No, the air doesn't belong to me. I'm just overthinking oxygen. The porch swinging swaying like a pendulum clock, ticking off seconds since I heard the door lock. The heat of July is a weight on my skin, waiting for the storm to finally begin. I'm holding a letter that I'll never send, a map of a journey that came to an end. I'm fragile as parchment, I'm thin as a sheet, a secret kept hidden from the eyes on the street. The clouds are bruising, the air's getting tight, chasing away the last of the light. I'm standing right here where the grass meets the stone, feeling the chill of being alone. And I'm just a paper heart in the summer rain, trying to hold my shape against the pain. But the ink is running and the edges are torn. I'm weathering a season for which I wasn't born. One heavy drop and the words start to smear. Everything we were is beginning to disappear. It's a warm kind of cold, it's a beautiful stain. Just a paper heart in the summer rain. You're the sunshine that dried out the gloom. I felt so solid when I was with you, but the humidity rose and the wind started to change. Now the face in the window looks hollow and strange. I'm soaking up memories like a sponge in the dark, losing the fire and drowning the spark. I'm folded in places I used to be straight, buckling under the sky's heavy weight. They say that the water is supposed to bring life, but it cuts through my fibers like a dull-edged knife. I'm dissolving in ripples, I'm turning to gray, watching the best of me wash down the way. If I could just find a place to stay dry, maybe I wouldn't have to say this goodbye. And I'm just a paper heart in the summer rain, trying to hold my shape against the pain. But the ink is running and the edges are torn. I'm weathering a season for which I wasn't born. One heavy drop and the words start to smear. Everything we were is beginning to disappear. It's a warm kind of cold, it's a beautiful stain. Just a paper heart in the summer rain. Wash away the I love you, wash away the forever. The sky and the pavement are coming together. I'm just a poem, I'm just a trace of a name that the storm is trying to erase. color of a concrete floor, and I'm watching the droplets crawl down the door. It's not a cinematic storm, no thunderous sound, just a steady gray leaking that's soaking the ground. I found your umbrella in the back of the hall, the one with the handle that leans towards the wall. I almost reached out to call you and say, don't get wet before I remember the day. The coffee is bitter, the radio's dead, and the what ifs are pacing holes in my head. It's a middle of the week, unremarkable pain, the kind that just settles like mist in the rain. And it's right on a Tuesday afternoon, coming far too late and ending too soon. It's the sound of the world just washing its hands of the dreams that we buried in shifting sands. No lightning strikes to mark the regret, just a quiet soak, and I can't escape yet. I'm losing my mind in the rhythm and gloom of rain on a Tuesday afternoon. The mailman is running, the wipers are fast, everyone's moving to get through the blast. But I'm sitting still in the center of gone, wondering how Tuesday keeps dragging us on. The garden we planted is drowning in mud, the roses are heavy, they're losing the bud. It's funny how sadness doesn't need a grand stage, it just needs a Tuesday to turn the last page. If it happened on Sunday, I'd have time to pray. If it happened on Friday, I'd drink it away. But Tuesday is hollow, it's plain and it's cold. It's the day when the truth finally takes its hold. There's no weekend distraction, no holiday light, just a long damp walk to the middle of the night. And it's rain on a Tuesday afternoon, coming far too late and ending too soon. It's the sound of the world just washing its hands of the dreams that we buried in shifting sands. No lightning strikes to mark the regret, just a quiet soak, and I can't escape yet. I'm losing my mind in the rhythm and gloom of rain on a Tuesday afternoon. Drip, drop, the clock won't stop, the street lights are humming, the puddles are deep, and I've got a promise I no longer keep. It's just Tuesday, it's just rain, it's just the rest of my life, and the same old pain. I found myself on a shelf in a back alley store with a half-off sticker and a crack in the core. I'm a little bit tarnished, a little bit frayed by the ghost of the girl who let the light fade. I've been handled with care, and I've been thrown away. Now I'm just a relic of a yesterday. The stitching is loose where your name used to be. I'm a vintage edition of a broken down me. I still have the rhythm, I still have the beat, but I'm shivering here on a one-way street, waiting for someone to see past the dust, to the parts of the metal that haven't turned to rust. Secondhand heart, looking for a home, tired of the cold and the leaving me alone. I've been loved by a liar, I've been sold for a song. Now I'm just a fragment of where I belong. It's a romantic tragedy, a bargain bin to find, a secondhand heart that you left behind. Would you take me home if I promise to shine? If I polish the memory of when you were mine? Or am I too damaged? Am I too far gone? Just a thrift store shadow at the break of the dawn. Punctuated by heavy rhythmic bass hits on the 2 and 4. Secondhand heart, looking for a home, tired of the cold and the leaving me alone. I've been loved by a liar, I've been sold for a song. Now I'm just a fragment of where I belong. It's a romantic tragedy, a bargain bin to find, a secondhand heart that you left behind. No refunds, no exchanges, just a heart in different stages. I thought the storm would be a mountain wave, something grand and tragic, a watery grave. I prepared for the thunder I braced for the deep, for a love so heavy it was ours to keep. But the tide went out and it left me behind in a desert of feelings I can't quite define. There's no crashing blue, there's no violent roar, just a quiet receding away from the shore. The surface is barely touching my knees, but I'm gasping for air in the slightest of breeze. It's not a mid-ocean heart stopping fear, it's just knowing the end is so painfully near. And I'm sinking in shallow water, drowning on dry land, reaching for a ghost while I'm face down in the sand. You'd think it'd be easy to just stand up and leave, but there's a weight in the ripples that won't let me breathe. It's the smallest of sorrows that's pulling me under. No lightning to guide me, no echoes of thunder, just an inch of your absence, a foot of the blue. I'm sinking in shallow water over you. We didn't end with a scream or a fight. We just ran out of things to say in the light. Now I'm staring at ankles submerged in the day, watching the earth slowly wash all away. It's embarrassing, really, to struggle this much when I'm still within reach of your memory's touch. But the mud is like magnets, it's holding my feet in this lukewarm puddle of bitter and sweet. If the ocean had taken me, I'd understand, but I'm dying in view of the houses and land. I'm calling for help while the puddles get deep in the shallows. Promises we couldn't keep. It's the ego of heartbreak, the pride I'm still sinking. The fruit in the bowl is turning to dust. The silver we polished is covered in rust. I'm sitting so still in my velvet green chair, tracing the shape of your ghost in the air. The light through the shutter is a cold, narrow blade, cutting the room into hollow and shade. I haven't moved since you walked out the door, just a sketch of a man on a hardwood floor. They say art is a moment frozen in time, but this kind of stillness feels like a crime. The clock on the mantle has forgotten to beat, while the world keeps on moving just outside the street. It's a still life of shadows, a portrait of wood, a canvas of everything I lost in you. No colors are bleeding, no lines ever straight, just the pale, quiet ghosts of a dark yesterday. I'm a figure in charcoal, I'm a wash of regret, in a frame made of things I can't live through yet. God, it's lonely in the frame where the heartbeat goes. In this still life with shadows nobody knows. The tea in your mug has grown a thin skin of ice. I'm paying for always with a permanent price. The dust motes are dancing in a sunbeam of gray, like tiny reminders Stay perfectly still. Don't blink or the memory will spill. Just a smidge on the glass, watching the centuries pass in the I'm chasing the white lines like a fraying thread, trying to outrun the things that you said. The dashboard is glowing a pink ghostly blue, while the rear view is heavy with the shadow of you. The city is shrinking to a dot in the glass, watching the years and the exit signs pass. I've got a full tank and a heart half empty of all the could be's you gave me in plenty. The radio static, the signal is weak, just like the courage I needed to speak. The sky is a bruise that refuses to heal. Between what is gone and what's painfully real, and I'm looking for the last light on the highway, the one that tells me I'm finally away. But every flickering lamp that I drive beneath is just another memory bearing its teeth. I'm headed for the border of a never again, through the desert of where and the canyon of when. God, it's a long, lonely road to be free. From the last light on the highway of you and me. I passed a diner where we stopped for a break, back when a detour was a chance we would take. The neon was buzzing, you were laughing at me. Now it's just a dark window that I don't want to see. My hands are so tight on the wheel that they ache, looking for a turn that I didn't already take. There's no one to talk to, no one perfectly blue. The neighbors are out, like they've got nothing to lose. The radio says it's 75 and clear, but there's a hurricane brewing between my ears. I'm putting on a coat while the sun's beating down, trying to keep from sinking in a dry land town. The barometer is dropping, the pressure's getting high. There isn't a cloud, so tell me why I'm about to cry. Because the weather in my head is reaching freezing point tonight. A localized disaster blooming just out of your sight. There's a weather in my memory where your laughter used to be, and a flash flood of the stories that you never said to me. The world is chasing summer, but I'm shivering instead, lost inside the winter of the weather in my head. Static on the sheets where you used to lay your head. Now it's just a thunder rumble of everything we said. I'm predicting heavy sorrow with a chance of not okay. Watching all the could have beens get swept so far away. You're out there in the sunshine, found a climate that is new, while I'm trapped in the debris of a storm that started with you. Because the weather in my head is reaching freezing point tonight. A localized disaster blooming just out of your sight. There's a whiteout in my memory where your laughter used to be, and a flash flood of the stories that you never said to me. The world is chasing summer, but I'm shivering instead, lost inside the winter of the weather in my head. They say wait for the clearing, they say wait for the calm, but the lightning's in my veins and the hell is in my palm. How do I find the shelter? How do I find the dry when the ceiling's falling down and it's raining from my eyes? No umbrella for the soul, no shelter from the used to know. The forecast doesn't change, it just stays cold and dark and strange. Just me and the rain, just me and the rain. In the weather in my head. Salt has made a map upon my pillowcase of every night I tried to summon up your face. My eyes are heavy and the rims are burning red from the weight of every word we never should have said. I've cried for the kitchen where we used to dance. I've cried for the ghost of a second chance. But the well is running dry and the ache is getting old. I'm shivering in a story that's already been told. I mourned you in the morning and I've grieved you in the night. I've wept until the shadows turned into the light. But there's a numbness creeping in where the fever used to be, and I'm starting to pity the man in the mirror I see. 'Cause I'm tired of my own tears, tired of the rain, tired of the rhythm of this predictable pain. I've spent 1,000 sunsets just drowning in the blue, but I'm running out of water to give away you. It's a lonesome exhaustion, a hollowed out soul, trying to find a way to make a broken heart feel whole. I'm over the crying, I'm done with the fears. God, I'm just so tired of my own tears. There's no more music in the way I say your name, just a flat gray echo and a flicker of the blame. I used to find a comfort in the falling of the dew, like it was some holy tribute to the memory of you. But now my throat is scratchy and my heart is feeling thin. I'm tired of writing all the sadness back in. I wanna wake up once and not feel the sting, to see the sky is blue and not some morning thing. It's not that I don't miss you, it's not that I don't care. It's just that I've got nothing left for me to